There was a thread made over on the Gacha Gaming subreddit that asked the question, what are the most anticipated Gacha games for 2025? I thought this would be the perfect time to see what the general community thinks. Maybe I'll go ahead and make a tweet or community post asking my community what they're most excited for, but let's see what the Gacha Gaming community is most excited for. Join me every Friday and Saturday at noon EST over on Twitch at Stix and Mrs. Stix. The highest upvoted comment, Azur Promilia. Okay, yeah, you know what? I'm not even surprised by that. That is Azur Promilia and then Arknights Endfield are my two most anticipated Gacha games, so that makes perfect sense. Let's see what comes in at number 2. Astaweave Heaven and Infinity Nikki. Okay, all right. That honestly takes me a little by surprise. I did not expect to see Hoyo's upcoming Animal Crossing game or Infinity Nikki. Well, at number 3, Arknights Endfield. There we go. Honestly, I totally agree. This is one of my most anticipated Gacha games as well. Looks phenomenal, and I love that it's set within the Arknights intellectual property. Then we have Girls Frontline 2. Totally agree. Beautiful characters, fun-looking gameplay. Azur Promilia. Project Mugen. Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah. The Warframe-like gacha Duet Night Abyss. Okay. There we go. Infinity Nikki. All right. All right. Persona 5 The Phantom X. Guilong Chao. Genshin Impact 6.0. Azur Promilia. Arknights Endfield. The Animal Crossing game from Hoyo, so Astaweave Heaven. Duet Night Abyss. Wait, how? Azur Promilia? Have we not? Nobody at all is mentioning Neverness to Everness? Really? Or Chaos Zero Nightmare? I am in shock and awe. Starseed Asnia Trigger. Okay. Arknights Endfield, Project Mugen, Neverness to Everness, and Duet Night Abyss. Wow. Tribe 9. There's one I never expected to see. Project Mugen and Arknights Endfield. Girls Frontline 2. Okay. Girls Frontline 2. Azur Promilia. Magia, etc. The new Magical Magica game, which was actually surprising. Honor of Kings. Project Mugen. Arknights Endfield. Uma Musume in English. Azur Promilia. Codename Cedar. Project KV before it got canceled. Oh, here we go. Chaos Zero Nightmare. The game from the Epic 7 team. Azur Promilia and Arknights Endfield. Uma Musume, the Hoyoverse MMO. The Hoyo MMO, of course, was the MMO that's set within the Honkai intellectual property, so that should be very fun. Azur Promilia and Girls Frontline 2. The Spider-Man-like gacha seem to be good, too good to be real. Azur Promilia, Black Beacon. This is a game I did a video on just like yesterday. Duet Night Abyss, Arknights Endfield, Project Mugen. I've seen so many people say Project Mugen, but none of them are saying Neverness to Everness. Like, I think Neverness looks good. I think the combat looks good. Needs improvement, but it looked good. The character models look good. They also need improvement, but I think they look good. And we've seen, like, full gameplay. Mugen, we haven't. How are people more invested in Project Mugen than they are in Neverness? That I haven't seen a single person mention Neverness to Everness. Can we just... How many comments are there? 100. I guess we'll get to the end and we'll see if anyone at all here is anticipating it. Azur Promilia, Arknights Endfield, Girls Frontline 2, Missequence, Prometheus, Ring of Fire, Tribe 9, Azur Promilia, Arknights Endfield, Arknights Endfield, Arknights Endfield, Until Dawn, Duet Night Abyss, Project Mugen, Azur Promilia, Arknights Endfield, Arknights Endfield, Project Mugen, Arknights Endfield, Kingdom Hearts Missing Link. Here we go, Neverness to Everness, the very first, and he got downvoted. It got downvoted. Oh my god, here you go. You deserve an upvote for that. You're the first person out of almost 100 people to mention Neverness to Everness. Endfield, Arknights Endfield, Reverse Blue X Rebirth, Neverness also got downvoted. What? Neverness, you also don't have any vote? Dude, what? The few people, like the 3 people that said Neverness to Everness all got downvoted. What? Oh, that is crazy. Well, I mean, there you go. These are these are arguably the most anticipated gacha games of 2024 or 2025, 2024 and 2025 collectively, according to the Gacha Gaming subreddit. And honestly, it was surprising. It has been roughly a day since I did the initial video on this. I thought, you know what, the original thread back yesterday had, what, like 90 something comments. I'd give it that day period and see if there were additional comments made, more interest in other games, see what happened. There are over 226 comments now, almost 200 upvotes. I'm sorting by newest to see if there are any games out there, if there is any additional interest in anything else. None. Okay, 7 Deadly Sins Origin. That is actually the first mention of this game I have seen since I think the game was originally announced from Netmarble. Wow. Azur Promilia. Okay, Ring. Codename Cedar. Arknights Endfield. Endless Night. Arknights Endfield. Girls Frontline 2. Azur Promilia. Arknights Endfield. Duet Night Abyss. King's Raid Season 2, Goddess Order, Azur Promilia, Tribe 9, Neverness, Girls Frontline 2, Girls Frontline 2, Uma Musume Global, Duet Night Abyss, Azur Promilia, Mekarashi, Girls Frontline 2 and Azur Promilia Waiting Room, since OP already mentioned the rest, Azur Promilia by far, then Enfield, Nanatsu no Taizai Origin, so 7 Deadly Sins Origin. There's actually 2 people now that have mentioned that game. Wow. You're on some next level copium if you think that Project Mugen is gonna come out in 2025. You know what? He's not wrong. I'm of the opinion that the game isn't coming out in 2025 either. Girls Frontline 2, Duet Night Abyss has this guy's attention. Azur Promilia, Strinova. There we go. All right. Yeah. No, cool. That is the first like non-mainstream gacha I've seen here. Horizon Walker, right? That just launched in Asia, right? Korea, I think. Project Mugen, Duet Night Abyss. Let's see, anime style gacha Souls-like game. So I think he means Unending Dawn. Okay. Heaven Burns Red and Uma Musume. They're both upcoming Japanese gacha games that have had Japanese exclusive releases. Neverness to Everness. There we go. Wow. This is actually kind of surprising. And you know what the most interesting thing to me is about this? I made a thread over on the community section of my YouTube channel stating which upcoming gacha has the best character models. And you know which game is in the lead? Azur Promilia with 53% of votes, significantly more than Arknights Endfield, exponentially more than Neverness to Everness and Unending Dawn. Yeah, that is crazy. And you know what? I'm not gonna fault them for that. Azur Promilia does look incredible. But I mean, from all of this, we can get a rough gauge of what the next big, most anticipated gacha is, and that is Azur Promilia, followed by what seems to be Arknights Endfield. Hey you, where do you think you're going? Don't you close out of this tab. I didn't give you permission to do that. Sit your ass back down. Click one of the 2 videos that are gonna be on screen in just a moment and keep watching my content. Keep enjoying my content.